Hello there. I bet you're going to buy a new mower soon. And I'll bet you don't know anything about it, or very little. And you like to have a new big mower for your place. Well, I've got one. I bought it in 2012. It's got about 300 hours on it. It's a Snapper s800x. Ferris makes the same mower. They call it an f800x. This is not what they look like at all. There are problems with these mowers they don't tell you about. You find it out when you get it home to your place. See, I got an outdoor place, and most people have like an indoor place outside in town in the city limits. They mow the grass every week or every 10 days, and I don't mow like that. I've got to have a heavier machine that's able to work. This is a Briggs 31 horsepower engine on this. It ought to have plenty of guts, and a big 61-inch deck up on the front end that ought to be small enough for this horsepower. You can get a 72, so it just tear it up. But doesn't work out because the big, heavy, nearly 2,000 pound or exactly 2,000 pound mower, which they advertise at 1,500 pounds, is a wimp. It won't mow heavy grass easily. And so the deck has to be modified a little bit, and it works. Then the engine overheats, so you got to throw the cowling off. I put dual exhaust on this thing to get rid of the restrictive factory exhaust that heats up the back of this engine compartment. Oh my God, you could fry eggs on the lid. So I built a little deck back here, remounted the factory intake, put our radio on it. Works pretty nice. That's about all the mods I've got on this right now. I've got a power inverter up here, a 1,500 watt power inverter, so that I can carry an electric chainsaw or drill or something like that and do some work. Electric chainsaw is most of what I take. And some mounts back here for weed eaters, string trimmers. So this mower's working out pretty good. Right now, it's got drive shaft trouble. This is the second time in its life it's had real bad drive shaft trouble. This drive shaft's not well done by the factory, by the way. It doesn't move right. And when you find out you've got to keep that thing greased yourself by hand, you've got to pull this back shaft out with the splines on it. You've got to pull that out and keep grease on it, because their little bitty wimpy Zerk fitting doesn't help. That thing rusts up because some of it's out in the air, and then you can't take the drive shaft off because you have to squeeze the two pieces together to get it off. Well, so I'm going through this for the second time, only this time I'm doing the work myself. And I recognize that there are some things wrong with the factory design, so I've corrected them. Dremel tool is about what it takes to correct it. One thing after another. When it overheats, over here on this side, there's a voltage regulator and a starter solenoid right here. This is very hot down in here. Look over here. What's down there in the heat? The oil cooler. Of course, that's what you need, an oil cooler in an oven. Well, so I've got this engine so it runs very cool, very cool. Sounds good too, you know. Sort of like a dirt track stock car. When you hit the heavy grass, the carburetor's gonna go crazy. It's gonna suck gas, and it's just gonna run the motor very powerfully automatically with the governor. And when it does, it's gonna get even hotter. But when you see this mower in the dealer showroom, you're gonna say, boy, that's a tough little mower. That is a tough mower, buddy. I'll bet you can knock down walls with that and run over everything and cut down anything that grows, including a big tree. Ha! Well, that was my opinion of it. It just looked tough. It's not. And it's heavy. And it takes a big wide trailer to pull it. And if you're not set up with a shop so that you can work on this stuff and do most of it yourself in most cases, here's another one of these. This company's same deal, this company. This is the Big Simplicity tractor without the power takeoff. Right now it's got hydraulic pump trouble I'm fixing, but long ago I took the hood off of this one So the starter solenoid, you know, they go click, click, and then it starts. That's when it's starting to go out. This one's been like this for 10 years. It never did fully go out because I took the hood off of it and cooled it down. Didn't know what I was doing, but I took the hood off so I could see these front wheels better when I'm going round things. Who needs a tractor when it's just a lawnmower? I mean, take the hood off of it, cool the engine down. These are air-cooled engines. If you don't buy the diesel, don't get lucky like me. I've had to work 7 long years of heartache, hydraulic pump going out, all kinds of trouble things that shouldn't have happened. And it's been expensive letting dealers work with it. So I'm doing my own work, but it's kind of frustrating. Sometimes you got to get your wife down here to help you. You know, take 2 people on a wrench. Well, it's spring, the grass is growing. I'm about to get out and mow the grass about 2 weeks late, but that's okay. I've got a mower right here that'll chomp right on through it. You guys have a good day.